Good afternoon, everybody. Going to get started with the before market close video and ticker requests. If anybody does have any ticker requests, just let me know inside of the Slack community. As a reminder, I've been taking a summer break from the live streams, so typically I do these for POW Group private members. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday has been the schedule, usually about 30 minutes before the stock market closes. But with it being summer and in vacation mode and the market's a little bit slow, I've been putting that on hold. Probably will resume at the end of the summer. Excuse me, I just had some lunch and I had a Coca-Cola, so I'm a little gassy from that. We'll jump into the market update here. So at the moment, we did have a pretty decent spike here on XRP. There's been a lot of speculation that today could be one of the days where we see a settlement in the SEC versus Ripple, but that's been said time and time again and nothing ever comes to light. So tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary, though, that the judge, Annalisa Torres, ruled that XRP in and of itself and secondary sales were not, in fact, a security. So tomorrow will be a day of celebration. But we'll take a look at the crypto chart, the Bitcoin chart here, and we'll take a look at crypto. So at the moment, Bitcoin did lose key support there at 56,500. And we'll bring it up here. We did lose the 0.32 fib, but we are still technically in bull flag territory. So that, in my opinion, was one potential final shakeout before we see upside and bear trap. So as of right now, we're still holding the potential of a monthly bull flag. We need to break that all-time high there at 73,757 in order to confirm it. And then if we break that resistance, confirm it, we'll be heading to 164 potentially as a measured move. But if we lose 53,000, that's going to negate the chances of this monthly bull flag. And the monthly RSI has cooled off, so it looks like we could potentially see another leg up here. See if we can see anything else here on the weekly time frame. Weekly inside bar at the moment, we are gearing up for an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, but a bit choppy here at the moment. That's usually the case when you have inside bars. We are working on, actually we did confirm a daily uptrend here with a low, high, higher, low, and higher high. So that means zoom out to the weekly and watch for the weekly bounce to get underway. Could happen next week. And we're heading to weekly oversold. We haven't been weekly oversold on Bitcoin since June of 2022, so it's been a long time coming. In terms of movers and shakers on the day today, we have ADA, Jasmy, and XRP leading the bull list. And on the bear list, we have QKC, ZEC, and Filecoin. Let's jump over to SPY. So SPY, new all-time high today. 563.67 is the new all-time high. And it was actually a slight daily bull flag that confirmed. I mentioned we were watching for that as potential. And the target for that would be about 575. It's also a monthly bull flag, and I mentioned this multiple times. And the monthly bull flag is targeting 620. And then if we bring up SPX as well, it's a cup and handle. And I mentioned today as well that IWM confirmed a monthly uptrend. So we're seeing rotation out of some of the big tech names into some of those smaller cap, which is what the Russell 2000 tracks. So IWM, you can see here, nice cup and handle, bull flag, monthly uptrend confirmed. Handle was the bull flag, and we held that like a boss. And the measured move for that is about 289. And then 253 is the monthly bull flag target, confirmed the monthly uptrend as well. So just looking for that continuation. We should see at least another 17% of upside, but I think somewhere around that level here between 289 and 253 should be a nice area to target for a blow off top. And this bodes well for crypto, alts, and other names like the MJ sector that hadn't really performed. Because if you look back here in November 2021, that's essentially when MJ started to slide, right? Because it's not so much IWM that we're concerned about, it's the psychology of the market. And what is IWM? IWM tracks the smaller cap names. So a lot of these crypto alts, a lot of these MJ stocks, they're slow, they're low cap names, and they're highly risky, right? So generally, the IWM and the Russell 2000 signifies more risk. So that's called risk on appetite, right? So if we had back here IWM at all-time highs, well, guess what? November 2021, February 2021, when it started to break down and confirm monthly downtrends, that's exactly when MJ and alts really took a big beating as well, right? So this is great to see. We want to see this. Also, DXY breaking down. It was a monthly lower high as the most likely scenario, which I mentioned. So I was just expecting a lower high compared to 107.34, and then sure enough, we're starting monthly consolidation now, not by much. Actually, did we 103, 104.08, and then 10? Yeah, so we started monthly consolidation just barely. But at the moment, if we come down here and lose key support there at 161, that confirms the monthly downtrend. It was also a bear flag that we were looking at previously. We didn't see much follow through and ended up being a bear trap. But then, in my opinion, this was a bull trap. And we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. And then I think we'd be ultimately heading down to around that 93 mark. After that, we have support at 89. So again, all of these stars aligning, saying that we could see a very bullish market here into the end of the year. It's an election year. Typically, markets are very bullish into the fall as well. And calls for Gary Gensler getting fired. There's so many bullish things. Congress being banned, rate cuts in September potentially with over an 80% probability. It's looking really, really good. Also, gold and silver. Silver back above $30. And we've got a measured move there on the... So this was a... Let me just draw that out. This was a ascending triangle. So we had a measured move there of about 39, and we hit 32, so we'll expect that to be hit. Gold also breaking to a higher high here. It was a potential inverse, a regular head and shoulders. Still could potentially be one. So resistance must be broken there at 24.50. In terms of individual names on the day today, we've got HUT, MARA, and INSG. INSG, I remember. Yeah, I think the POW Algo buy alert went off like right here around $2. And since we had that POW Algo buy alert go off, it's up about 500%. And I actually got this one down around $1, just under $2. So I bought it in the $1 area. And this thing's been on an absolute rip there off of the low. Since it did the reverse split, it's up almost 800%. Yeah, code HPNVEGA leading the decline today. In terms of Canadian MJ, we've got WIB, VFF, Labs leading the bull list. VFF trying to close above $1, looking like it's going to. LOVE, NOVC, and PCLO leading the decline today. US MJ, movers and shakers. We got TAT, SHWZ, LOWL on the bull list, and on the bear list we have MRMD, PLTH, and GRIN. Just take a look at MSOS here. On the daily time frame, so we did break above yesterday's high. We are gearing up for an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, but just anticipating a lower high compared to the high there at 820. And I don't like the fact that we could see a death cross here on MSOS. We're very close to seeing that play out, so that increases the odds that we're going to probably bump our head here and see a lower high, and then potential for one more leg down. All right, jump into some tickers. GTII for Reza, sure, no problem. GTII on the CSE, Canadian Securities Exchange. All right, so we are working on a daily uptrend. We did confirm it low, high, higher low, and higher high, so that's great to see. Weekly time frame, still pretty bearish. We are seeing an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, and we are a weekly inside bar. We topped out just under last week's high, so it's not looking too hot at the moment. We're still technically in a weekly downtrend as well. Just anticipating a lower high compared to 2150. Monthly time frame, no major red flags whatsoever. We had support there at 1472. We hit 1461, so a little bit of a piercing of that critical support, but bulls holding so far. Could be a bear trap. Next support's 1044 after that. GTII. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame here. So yeah, we confirmed the weekly downtrend. We had the stochastic bear cross, which gave us the early clue. Then we had the MACD follow through. And we just continue to find resistance at that 10-week moving average there at 1628. So I want to see a candle close above that. We just had a 50 and 100 weekly bull cross, and we're gearing up for the first, this might be the first ever, I think, 50 and 200 moving average bull cross. Let me see. It doesn't go back that far. There might have been one more previous one in history, but Zoom out here. I usually like the 3-year. There we go. A little bit easier to see. So it is finding support there on that 50 weekly, which is great to see. But if we do close below that, which is sitting at 1538, next support on deck 1396, which is the 100 weekly. Daily time frame, are we seeing a death cross similar to MSOS? Yes, we are. We're very close to seeing that. So not looking too hot. We could be heading down to around 15, sub 15. Back down around that 1461, which is next support. After that, like I said, nothing until 1044. Is it a daily bear flag just like most, MJ? No, not a bear flag anymore. I think we bounced more than we would have liked to see. Yeah, we retraced 50%. So not a bear flag. We were looking at a potential bear flag here, but it actually negated it there as well. So we'll see if it did say the target was around 1223. This could be a bull trap, but generally if you get above the 0.32, you're no longer expecting a daily bull flag, and we actually hit the 0.618 retracement. So I wouldn't be as confident in us going to that $12 mark. Maybe 14 to 13, but see what happens here. MJ isn't set up that well. It's pretty choppy at the moment. There's no real clear direction on GTII. See what else we can see. Yeah, the fact that we could see that death cross though, and the weekly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross happening, I wouldn't be surprised if we did go down around that 14, sub 14, just below 14. Daily time frame didn't hit daily oversold territory either, so that might be a decent area to target for entries, and that would probably put us just below $14. Tons of names hit daily oversold. GTII though is one of those names that just doesn't see a whole lot of risk and a whole lot of reward. It's one of the more safer plays. I kind of compare it to like IPR, right? But yeah, MSOS, you can see daily oversold hit in June, so that does increase the odds, but we'll see here. Just a little cautiously optimistic here in the short term. I think over the medium to long term, we're looking good, but I think there's going to be some turbulence over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully that helps. ASTS for Everett. Let's take a look. It's on the NASDAQ. All right, so we've got an ascending triangle here. First thing on that I can see. So that's looking decent. 1309, and we hit 1314, so we're actually confirming it. We could tighten up for a little bit longer potentially, but just take your measured move here. I like to go from this part of the triangle, the apex, and then bring it out, saying we could be targeting about 1830 on that measured move. Weekly time frame was a weekly bull flag as well on that very brief weekly consolidation. So we held the 0.382 at 839. We just barely lost at 0.236, so very brief consolidation, super bullish. And then if we take our measured move here on the weekly time frame, move that out to our 0.302 fib, it's saying $48. And it did confirm it. So once we broke 1245, that confirmed the bull flag. Yeah, we could hit 18 to 20 here short term, come back down for a weekly higher low, then resume up to that 48. That would put us in new all-time high territory. It looks like, yeah, 25.37 previous all-time high. This thing's on a massive tear. I'd be cautious though. We still haven't confirmed a monthly uptrend. We're no longer in a monthly downtrend since we broke the lower high, lower low pattern with a break above resistance there at 671, but more than likely we'll come down for a monthly higher low at some point. Maybe, we see up to around $18 to $20, then come back down for a monthly higher low, somewhere around that, $10 to $8 area by then. The moving averages will be catching up. But yeah, I'd just be very cautious right off of the low there, up over 550%, and still no monthly uptrend confirmed, and we haven't consolidated on the monthly time frame since $1.97. So this one is squeeze central and very risky at the moment. Definitely wouldn't discourage entries at this level. One way to play it would have been an entry here off that brief higher low with a stop low 839, looking to play that weekly bull flag, but own them now, thinking on adding on a dip. Yeah, that's a great That's a great point. I'd definitely wait for a dip at this point. I'd try to get it at least sub $10 if you can. But like I said, it is confirming that ascending triangle, so wouldn't be surprised if we went to 1820, get pretty extended, and then come back down for a potential weekly and monthly higher low. ASTS on the weekly time frame. Yeah, we are gearing up for a potential bear cross of the stochastic, which is usually a first clue and heads up that we could see some significant downside. And then usually we lose the 10-week moving average, which was at 858. So yeah, I think somewhere around that $8 to $7 be a decent target to entry if you're looking to buy on the dip. And we have the 200 weekly there at 770 as well. So yeah, a lot of support in that $7 to $8 range. Daily moving averages, yeah, 775 is the 50-day moving average, so a lot of support there. Just had a golden cross as well. So yeah, I'd be very cautious on that one. Looks like it must have been some sort of news spiking this this move. I don't follow this one, but I would assume some sort of news. Tesla. So yeah, Tesla's been on an absolute tear. Got extremely overextended, almost hitting 90. Anything over 70 and above is considered oversold. So it was extremely oversold. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame here, just going to get rid of this. A lot going on in this chart. Sometimes I forget to go and delete some stuff. So yeah, let's take a look here. So yeah, weekly time frame. Is that a weekly bull flag? I think it was. No, we pulled back a bit more than we wanted to see. We had an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on the weekly. Monthly time frame, we were in a monthly downtrend. Still no monthly uptrend yet, but we are gearing up for an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. We had resistance there at 265 and we had 271. So a lot of people going short off that level, but we still need a monthly higher low and higher high to be back in a monthly uptrend. But based on the size of this candle, with 19 days left, it is favoring a type of inside bar into next month and probably a tightening range. But yeah, definitely wait for a dip on this one. Go from the swing low to the swing high there. We do have the 0.618 around 206 and then 0.786 at 189. So if I was looking for entries, I'd probably be looking somewhere, you know, around that level, right? Somewhere here in the golden pocket. But as of right now, no major red flags whatsoever. Hourly time frame. We bounced a little bit more than we would like to see there. Yeah, we retraced 50%, so not an hourly bear flag. We did have a Powell Algo buy alert go off on Tesla. When did that go off? Let me just go back in time here. So a buy alert went off on May 4th. May 4th, buy alert Tesla, medium to long-term bullish evidence. So what was the price at when Powell Algo went off? And if you're not subscribed to the Powell Algo service, you might not know what I'm talking about, but it's just an added service. So if you go to Powell, whoops, that's Powell merch. So if you go scroll down, there's the Powell Algo, $4.99 monthly and then $49.99 yearly. So yeah, it went off on May 4th. So where were we on May the 4th? Be with you. We were at. We closed the day. Actually, that was, so we would have closed on the Friday. So the 3rd, so we closed at 181. So that's when the buy alert went off. And then from there, we went up another 48, almost 50% off of that buy signal there on the Powell Algo bullish evidence. So now we're definitely chasing. Weekly time frame. Yeah, we're going parabolic here. It's looking good. There's some analysts calling Tesla the new meme stock. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, death cross lining up. We just had a death cross, but we've already had tons of downside from there. So pretty choppy here that was the weekly moving averages. Okay, yeah, it's a little concerning. I'd definitely be waiting for a dip. Oops. But we are gearing up for a golden cross. We're a while before we see that golden cross play out. So we do have the 200-day moving average there around 205 and then 191, the 50. So yeah, like 100 at 183. So I think somewhere around that 200, 180, that'd be a decent area to target for an entry. Checking in on some other tickers here. Sorry, I lost my spot. There we go. Back in business. INCR for Al? Sure, no problem. Hope you are all doing well today. Let's take a look. INCR. So yeah, we had that daily bear flag. So if we go from, I think I might have already drew it. Nope. Okay, let's get rid of this. Thanks, Rod. You're welcome, Everett. No problem at all. So yeah, let's go. Draw it from here, actually. So we did have a bear flag target. Whoops. Isn't that crazy? So we had our support trend line there. This is what you call confluence, right? Support trend line, which I don't put too much weight behind trend lines, but when you have a trend line and a bear flag target and an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross and a daily downtrend confirming, well, you'd be crazy not to think that we were going to see some substantial downside. And look where the exact level was for a bottom. Bear flag was saying 195, and that's exactly where it met with the sloping trend line. EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. We had a daily downtrend confirm. What else do we have on the bear thesis? INCR. We lost the 10-week moving average. Stochastic, MACD, bear cross. Yet all the signs in the world pointing to downside. We also lost the 100 weekly. We had the 50 weekly there at 184. This is just technical analysis to a T. Couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. We also had the 200-day moving average at 189. So there was a lot of support in that area, that 195 to 180, and like right there, that's textbook, right? If you just went long there, right on the daily bear flag target there. If you went long there on a swing, you'd now be up 27, almost 28%. And we're gearing up for an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross now, which means we could see a little bit more upside from here. But yeah, we're bumping our head off the 100-day moving average, which is at 249, call it 250 psychological. And we did confirm a daily uptrend with the low, high, higher, low, and higher high. And then it's actually a daily bull flag now. If we zoom out, let's get rid of this so you can make it a little bit easier to see. So now we would go from our low to the high, move that one out to our 0.32, and it's saying target is roughly 271, which also lines up with the 50-day moving average. So there's probably going to be a lot of resistance there. Wow, that's crazy. Technical analysis on this one worked out to a T. Weekly time frame. Yeah, it's a weekly bear flag, though. Weekly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. So this was just a quick swing, in my opinion. You had the opportunity for a quick swing. If we just take a look at the bear flag target here on the weekly. Low, high to the low. Yeah, anything under 261 is a weekly bear flag. Get above that, we negate it, but remain below that and then come down, lose key support there at 194. Then we will be targeting 137. And we did hit daily oversold here as well. So that, and we did have a little bit of hidden bullish RSI divergence, right? We confirmed an uptrend with higher low and higher high. So yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better setup there on INCR to go long there off that 194 support. Monster trade. No brainer. Could have entered at 194, set your stop just below 189, and you never got stopped out, and all the reason in the world to enter. High tide, sure, we can take a look at high tide. So it's been pretty dead at the moment. It was a daily bear flag target as well. See, here is the flag. Actually, no, that was I think that was an hourly bear flag. So yeah, and then we get rid of that. So now it's a daily bear flag. So we were expecting 213, we hit that, but now it's a daily bear flag. So if we get rid of this, and get rid of that. So now we would go from our high to the low of the dump. Very weak bounce. Didn't even get over the 0.236. You take your measured move from there, move it out to your 0.32 fib. And it's saying we could be seeing 190. So once we came down, bounced, very weak bounce, didn't get above the 0.32 at 234 to negate it. Came down, lost key support there at 215. That gave us our lower high. We're already in a downtrend, so that increased the odds of a bearish continuation pattern. What's a bearish continuation pattern? It's usually in a downtrend and downtrend follow through and continuation. So the fact that we were in a daily downtrend and we had a bear flag added that much more confidence, and we didn't even get above the 236, let alone the 2.32. So it was an extremely weak bounce. And then once we broke below 215, once we lost that, then it confirmed the daily bear flag, and it's saying 190. And so far we hit $2. So we're right on that $2 psychological. It's actually a triple bottom, quadruple bottom essentially at $2 now. So the more that you test that, the more weaker it gets. But yeah, it's even another bear flag. This has been another weak bounce. So now you can draw it from this high, this lower high to the low there. And anything under 210 is another bear flag on the daily time frame. So it's just been bear flag city. And you would move that out to your 0.32 fib. And now it's saying 185. So now that we know of that, oh, and we're still not daily oversold yet. So now that we know that, what else can we see for confluence in terms of 185? Just had a loss of the 10-week moving average, bear across the stochastic MACD. Very bearish. There you go. 50-day moving average at 182. So even more support at that level as well. So that'd be a nice area of entry in my opinion. And the 200-day moving average at 189, right? So a lot of support in that 180 area. But looks pretty much baked in at this point, no pun intended. All right, CYBN. Let's take a look. CYBN. Whoa. Big move on this one. Cybin. Hit our low, high, double bottom. So you had a low there at 24.75, 24.75, double bottom, perfect entry. That would have been a nice entry to go off of there. And we did have a little bit of hidden bullish RSI divergence as well. We were trending higher lows and higher highs, but big breakout. Looks like it was some sort of news related up 34% almost. EMA 12 and 26 bull cross still on the daily time frame playing out, but yet to confirm a daily. I guess you could make it the argument that this was a daily uptrend confirming here once we broke above 29 cents, but be cautious on this one. I wouldn't go chasing. It's getting pretty extended at the moment. No hourly support down to 27 cents. Looks like it is a 15-minute bull flag, though, if we go from our low to the high. Yeah, we held the 0.32 fib there at 30 cents, so we just go to there. So it's saying we could be targeting here in the short term around 37 cents. We did confirm it with a break of that resistance at 32.97 cents. Not much follow through though. But yeah, just be cautious on this one. It's running a little hot. CYBN. Yeah, we're not looking too bad here though on the weekly time frame. We just had a bull cross of the stochastic MACD, seeing a bull cross very very close to CM1, and we're set to close potentially. Yeah, we did close over the 10-week moving average. So if we can get that MACD follow through and bull cross next week. And we do have the 50 weekly there at 39. So I expect if we do get to that target of 37 cents, 39 is going to be a very strong resistance. I would expect us to reject from there. And the 200-day moving average at 40 as well. So a lot of resistance in that 39 to 40 cent area. Somewhere around 37 cents, 40 cents is where we should potentially top out. Compass Pathways. I forget the CMPS, right? All right, so working on a monthly higher low. We have our low, high, no longer in a downtrend with a break of the lower high, lower low pattern. So once we broke resistance there at 1092, that confirmed, that removed the downtrend in play. But now we're looking for an uptrend with a higher low and higher high. So we would need to break above 1275 to confirm the monthly uptrend from here. Key support's at 501, 5 psychological as well. So first support 573, then 501. Still in a weekly downtrend though, with lower highs and lower lows. And it looks like it was a bear flag here on the weekly time frame too. Yep. We're in a weekly downtrend again. So if you're in a downtrend and you see a bear flag, it gives you way more conviction, right? And it said we were targeting about, yeah, low 6s, and we hit 573. So overshot it by a little bit. Daily time frame, uptrend, low, high, higher, low, and higher, high, higher, low, and higher, high. EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on deck. Next key resistance here in the short term is 794. Support is at 603. So this is another name that's kind of getting away from people. Could be a head and shoulders here on the hourly time frame. If we do bounce here. So if we do continue the bounce, somewhere around 710. Excuse me, had to sneeze. So if we do form a right shoulder and lower high around 710, then we'll probably be seeing that head and shoulders confirm, and then we would need to lose support at 682 to confirm it, and that'd say we are going to 627. CMPS. Sounds like my daughter's hungry in the background. Same thing, so gearing up for another MACD bull cross, but this one didn't close above the 10-week moving average, so a little bit weaker compared to Cybin. And 807 there is the 50 weekly, and then on the daily time frame we have the 200 at 803, so a lot of resistance there. 841 to 100. Yeah, I'd watch for that head and shoulders to play out. We could even see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross on the hourly time frame, so yeah, just be cautious. There's no hourly support, really no strong support until 605. So if you're looking for entries, I'd probably wait for hourly oversold potentially, and that would probably just bring us down to around that 625 area. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Going to end it there. Once again, happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. Seeing if there's any other requests. Not seeing anything at the moment. All right, we'll talk to everybody in the chat room in a little bit. Have a good one.